Well, hello there! Whether you're a seasoned traveler or just someone who loves a good story, I'm thrilled you're here with us today. Airports are fascinating places, full of excitement, anticipation, and, let's be honest, a few mysteries that leave us scratching our heads. Glad you could make it. There's something about stepping into an airport that feels like the start of an adventure, don't you think? The buzz of people, the rolling suitcases, the promise of new destinations. It's all part of the magic. But then, reality hits. Ever been at the airport, parched and shocked by the price of a simple bottle of water? You're not alone. It's almost a rite of passage for travelers everywhere. You're not alone. Airport prices are legendary for a reason. From snacks to souvenirs, it seems like everything costs double or even triple what you'd pay outside. Today, we're going to uncover why everything costs so much more once you're past security. Have you ever wondered if there's a secret rule book that makes airport shops charge so much? Well, there's more to it than meets the eye. It's not just one thing. It's a mix of factors, all adding up to that jaw-dropping total at the register. From rent to regulations, every little detail plays a part in the final price tag. By the end, you'll know exactly why your airport snack costs a small fortune. And you'll be able to explain it to your friends too. And hey, if you love learning the why behind everyday mysteries, subscribe to our newsletter. It's free, fun, and way cheaper than airport coffee. We dig into the stories behind the things you see every day, and you'll always have a new fact to share. Ready to become the expert in your travel group? Imagine being the one who knows the real reasons behind those sky-high prices, instead of just grumbling about them. Let's put on our detective hats and break down the real reasons behind those sky-high prices. We'll look at what's happening behind the scenes, and you might be surprised by what you find. We'll talk rent, security, logistics, and even a bit of psychology. There's a whole world of hidden costs and clever strategies that go into every price tag you see. By the time we're done, you'll have the inside scoop. You'll see airports in a whole new light, and maybe even appreciate the challenge of running a business behind those security gates. Next time someone complains about airport prices, you'll have the real story. So buckle up and get ready. Let's dive in and unravel the mystery together. First up, rent. It's the single biggest factor behind those jaw-dropping prices you see at airport shops and restaurants. Before a single sandwich is made or a cup of coffee is poured, businesses inside airports are already facing a massive bill. Airport shops pay astronomical rent, far higher than any city street. In fact, the rent per square foot in some airports can be several times what you'd pay for a prime spot in a downtown shopping district. For many retailers, it's the most expensive real estate they'll ever lease. Airports are prime real estate, with a captive audience of thousands passing through daily. Every traveler is a potential customer, and that steady stream of foot traffic is what makes these locations so valuable and so expensive. The privilege of being inside the terminal comes at a massive cost. Retailers sign leases that can run into the hundreds of thousands or even millions each year. And if they can't keep up, those empty storefronts don't stay empty for long. There's always another business willing to pay for the chance. Imagine renting a lemonade stand in Disneyland instead of your neighborhood. The price difference is huge. That's the kind of premium airport retailers are dealing with. It's not just about selling products. It's about paying for access to a unique, high-traffic environment. That high rent gets baked into every sandwich, coffee, and bottle of water. When you see a $12 sandwich or a $5 coffee, you're not just paying for the ingredients or the labor. You're helping cover the sky-high cost of doing business in an airport. If shops didn't charge more, they'd go out of business in a week. The margins are razor thin, and the pressure to turn a profit is intense. Many airport retailers operate on the edge, hoping that the constant flow of travelers will keep them afloat. Airports rely on these rents to fund operations, maintenance, and staff. The money collected from retailers helps pay for everything from security and cleaning crews to the electricity that keeps the lights on 24/7. Without these high rents, airports would have to find other ways to cover their enormous operating costs. So when you pay extra for a snack, you're also helping keep the airport running. Your purchase supports not just the shop, but the entire ecosystem that makes air travel possible. It's a tough cycle. Airports charge high rent, shops pass it to us, and we pay the price. It can feel unfair, but it's the reality of doing business in such a unique environment. Next time you see that $5 water, remember, it's not just about the water. It's about the cost of being in the airport, the convenience, and the infrastructure that supports your journey. It's about location, location, location. The closer you are to the gates, the higher the rent, and the more you'll pay for even the simplest items. High rent is the first big reason for those sky-high prices. It's the foundation of the airport pricing puzzle, and it affects every single purchase you make before your flight. But it's just the beginning. There's even more going on behind the scenes that drives up those prices. Let's keep going. Security isn't just for passengers. Every product sold past security goes through intense screening. Every box, bottle, and bag is X-rayed, inspected, and cleared before it reaches the terminal. This process is slow, expensive, and requires specialized staff and equipment. Businesses pay extra for these security measures, and those costs get passed to you. Even a simple salad costs more because of the added security steps. It's a hidden cost of safety unique to airports. So, that pricey coffee. Part of it pays for peace of mind. Security is essential, but it's another reason airport prices soar. Let's see what else adds to the bill. Getting products from the delivery dock to the gate is a logistical headache. Airports are sprawling, and shops can be miles from the main storage area. Deliveries must be screened, then transported through a maze of secure corridors by cleared staff. This process is slow, labor-intensive, and costly. Limited storage means shops can't buy in bulk, so they pay more per item. Frequent small deliveries drive up costs even further. All these inefficiencies add to the final price you pay. It's a hidden layer of expense most travelers never see. The journey of your croissant is longer and pricier than you think. And there's more. Here's the psychological twist. You're a captive audience. Once you're past security, your options are limited. Shops know you can't go elsewhere. With little competition, they have the power to set higher prices. Travelers are often more willing to splurge, on vacation, using a company card, or just stressed and tired. Retailers understand this and price accordingly. The result? You pay more for convenience and necessity. It's classic supply and demand, but with a twist. You can't walk away. That's why even basic items cost a premium. The airport knows you'll pay, and so do the shops. It's not just economics, it's psychology. Let's look at the people behind the counter. Working at the airport is tough. Every employee needs a security badge, making hiring harder and more expensive. Long commutes, parking hassles, and daily security checks add to the challenge. To attract staff, businesses pay higher wages, and those costs go straight into the prices you see. Many airport shops operate long hours or 24/7s, requiring extra pay for overnight shifts. Labor costs are higher across the board. So your expensive burrito helps cover the barista's commute and the cashier's early shift. It's all part of the price of convenience. But there's still one more piece to the puzzle. Here's a surprising fact. Airport shops serve far fewer customers than you might expect, especially when you compare them to bustling stores in the heart of a city. At first glance, you might assume that with so many travelers passing through, airport shops would be packed with buyers all day long. But the reality is quite different. Unlike busy city stores that rely on loyal regulars and a steady stream of familiar faces, airport shops face a constantly shifting crowd. Most travelers are just passing through, often in a hurry, and rarely return to the same shop twice. This means that almost every customer is a one-time buyer, making it much harder to build up a reliable base of repeat business. With fewer customers coming in, each sale becomes much more important. Every transaction needs to generate enough profit to help cover the shop's high fixed costs, like rent, staff salaries, and utilities, which don't go down just because fewer people are shopping. Imagine a city cafe that serves 1,000 customers a day, compared to an airport shop that might only see 200. The city cafe can afford to make a small profit on each sale because the sheer volume adds up. But the airport shop? It has to make a lot more profit from each customer just to keep the lights on. That's why airport shops often have to charge higher prices. They simply don't have the luxury of high foot traffic, so every sale counts for more. The math is simple. Fewer customers means higher prices per item are needed to break even. For small shops tucked away in quiet corners of the terminal, this challenge is even greater. With even lower sales volume, they have to mark up their products even more just to survive. That's why you'll often see snacks, drinks, and even basic necessities with price tags that seem shockingly high. It's not just about making extra money, it's about staying in business. The entire business model is built around high margins, not high volume. Airport shops depend on making more from each sale, rather than selling to lots of people. So every time you buy a snack, a drink, or a magazine at the airport, remember, the price you pay is carefully calculated to help the shop cover its costs and keep operating, even with so few customers. The math behind these prices is straightforward, but the impact on your wallet can be huge. It's a delicate balancing act for these businesses. All these factors, low customer volume, high fixed costs, and the need for bigger profits per sale, add up quickly. So next time you're at the airport, you'll know exactly why those prices are so steep. Now, let's recap what we've learned. Ready? Let's recap the real reasons behind those airport prices. First, sky-high rent. Shops pay a fortune for their spot. Next, intense security. Every item is screened, adding cost. Then, complex logistics. Getting products to the gate is slow and expensive. Add the captive audience effect. Limited choices mean higher prices. Factor in higher wages for staff dealing with tough conditions. And finally, low customer volume means each sale needs a bigger profit. It's a perfect storm of costs, all passed on to you. Now you know why airport prices are so high. Knowledge is power. Use it on your next trip. And there you have it. The mystery of expensive airport snacks solved. It's not a conspiracy, just a mix of high rent, security, logistics, and smart business. Next time you pay $7 for coffee, you'll know exactly where that money goes. Share your new knowledge with a fellow traveler. You'll be the expert in the boarding line. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe for more everyday mysteries explained. Thanks for joining me. Travel safe, be kind to airport workers, and maybe pack an empty water bottle next time. Until next time, take care and happy travels. Goodbye.